Kevin Durant did not welcome LeBron James to Philadelphia with a polished statement or a carefully edited video. He entered the comments, mocked one complaint, and then defended something much bigger than a 2-year contract, the right of an all-time great to choose his own final challenge. And because the man making that defense was Kevin Durant, the argument instantly became about 2 legacies instead of 1. LeBron James is officially a Philadelphia 76er. At 41 years old, entering a record-extending 24th NBA season, the league's all-time leading scorer has chosen one more championship chase with a franchise that has spent decades waiting for another title. Philadelphia already had Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Then it made the blockbuster move for Jaylen Brown. Now LeBron has joined that group on a dramatically reduced deal, and the reaction has been exactly what happens whenever he makes a major career decision: excitement, anger, legacy debates, loyalty arguments, and people acting as if one contract can rewrite more than 2 decades of basketball. Durant saw that reaction and jumped directly into it. He did not hold a press conference. He did not wait for a reporter to ask a carefully framed question. He responded on Threads, where one fan described LeBron's discounted move to Philadelphia as a slap-in the face to Lakers supporters. Durant's answer was brutally short: "Your face will heal at some point." That response was funny, dismissive, and completely on brand. But it was not the most important thing. Durant said, as the debate continued, he made the deeper point clear. When critics questioned why he was working so hard to defend another superstar, Durant described LeBron as someone who represents the game itself. His message was that defending LeBron in this moment was not just about protecting a friend. It was about pushing back against the way basketball culture turns every player decision into a moral trial. And that is where this story becomes much more interesting than a simple superstar congratulating another superstar. Durant is one of the few players alive who understands the exact kind of criticism now following LeBron into Philadelphia. He knows what it feels like when a basketball decision becomes a permanent character judgment. He knows what happens when fans stop discussing fit, strategy, opportunity, or competition and start talking as though changing teams proves something about a person's courage. That happened to Durant in 2016 when he left Oklahoma City for Golden State. The Warriors had just eliminated his Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. They were already a championship team. They had just completed a record-setting regular season. Durant joined them, won 2 championships, captured 2 Finals MVP awards, and played some of the best basketball of his career. Yet for a large part of the audience, the conclusion had been written before he played his first game in a Warriors uniform. The move was called weak. The championships were discounted. Every future decision was filtered through the same label. So when Durant watched fans accuse LeBron of chasing an easy ring, he was never going to approach the conversation like a neutral observer. This topic touches one of the most sensitive arguments surrounding his own career. His defense of LeBron is also a defense of the principle that a player should not need public permission to decide where he works, what challenge he wants, or how he uses the final years of his career. But there is an important distinction. LeBron joining Philadelphia is not identical to Durant joining Golden State. Pretending the situations are the same would weaken the analysis. Golden State had already won a championship, reached another finals, and produced one of the most dominant regular seasons in league history before Durant arrived. Philadelphia is talented, ambitious, and now loaded with star names. But it was not a finished dynasty waiting for one final piece. The Sixers finished the previous season as the 7th seed in the East and were eliminated in the second round. Their roster was then transformed by the Jaylen Brown trade and LeBron's arrival. This is a super team on paper, but it is also a new experiment with major questions about roles, age, continuity, and whether the talent can become a functioning playoff offense. That does not mean the criticism is completely irrational. LeBron did choose a roster with 4 high-level starters around him. He did accept far less money than his market value, allowing Philadelphia to build a deeper contender. He is openly chasing another championship. The term ring chasing is not invented from nothing. The real question is why ring chasing is treated like an accusation when winning is supposed to be the point of professional sports. Every veteran faces a choice. Take the largest contract. Stay in the most comfortable city. Protect an old relationship. Accept a smaller role. Join a rebuilding team. Join a contender. Prioritize family. Prioritize opportunity. Prioritize one last realistic chance to compete in June. Fans praise sacrifice when it helps their team and condemn it when it helps someone else. That contradiction is exactly what Durant was. Attacking. LeBron made his own motivation public. He called Philadelphia his last decision and said he was not choosing based on money. He had considered whether his career might already be over after the Lakers' playoff exit. After taking time to think, he decided the love of the game was still there and that he wanted another chance to compete for a championship. Whatever anyone thinks about the destination, the contract itself supports that explanation. A player who earned more than $50 million the previous season accepted a reported 2-year, $8 million agreement. That is not a financial decision. It is a competitive decision, and Durant immediately recognized the familiar pattern. The conversation was not staying focused on basketball. It was turning into another argument about what a real legend is supposed to do. Critics brought up Michael Jordan. They brought up Kobe Bryant. They argued that true icons build one dynasty, remain attached to one jersey, and never search for a better situation. Durant rejected that standard because it ignores both history and circumstance. Jordan spent most of his career in Chicago, but he still finished with Washington. Kobe remained with the Lakers, but that partnership also survived moments when his future was publicly uncertain. Tim Duncan stayed in San Antonio, yet he spent his prime inside one of the most stable organizations in sports. Stephen Curry has remained with Golden State because the Warriors built a championship structure around him. Loyalty is easier to celebrate when the organization and player continue giving each other a reason to stay. LeBron's career followed a different path. Cleveland failed to build a championship roster around his first prime, so he went to Miami and won. He returned to Cleveland and delivered the championship the city had waited for. He joined Los Angeles, restored the Lakers to the top, and won again. Now, after 8 seasons in LA, he has chosen Philadelphia for what he says is the final chapter. Those moves can be debated. The television spectacle of the decision can be criticized. Specific rosters can be evaluated. But the idea that one franchise loyalty is the only legitimate path to greatness does not survive serious examination. A player's control over his career is not automatically a betrayal of basketball. This is why Durant's words carried more weight than a normal social media defense. He was not telling fans they must support Philadelphia. He was not saying the Sixers deserve the championship. He was not claiming that LeBron's decision places him above criticism. He was saying that criticism should remain connected to reality. Did LeBron violate a contract? No. Did he secretly force a trade after making a long-term commitment? No. Did he pretend money was the priority and then do the opposite? No. He reached free agency, evaluated his options, and accepted a smaller deal because he believed Philadelphia gave him the challenge he wanted. Fans can dislike the result. Lakers supporters can feel disappointed. Eastern Conference rivals can hate the new balance of power. But disappointment is not proof of wrongdoing. Durant's perspective also exposes how selective sports morality can be. When a franchise trades a loyal player, the move is called business. When a front office cuts salary, replaces a veteran, or sends a player across the country without warning, audiences usually discuss asset management. But when a player uses free agency to improve his own situation, the language suddenly becomes emotional, betrayal, weakness, fear, disloyalty. Durant has always been sensitive to that double standard because his own career has been judged through it. He has played for multiple franchises. He has been criticized for joining great teammates, criticized when those partnerships failed, and criticized again whenever he considered another move. From Oklahoma City to Golden State, Brooklyn, Phoenix, and Houston, every change has reopened the same conversation. That history makes him biased, but it also makes him qualified. He understands the internal side of a decision that fans experience only from the outside. A player is not choosing between logos on a television graphic. He is choosing coaches, medical staffs, teammates, travel, family arrangements, offensive responsibilities, contract terms, and the limited number of healthy seasons remaining in a career. For a 41-year-old LeBron, the timeline is even more compressed. There may not be another opportunity after Philadelphia. That makes the choice more urgent, not less legitimate. Still, Durant's defense does not answer the biggest basketball question. Will this actually work? Philadelphia's names are spectacular. Maxey brings speed, scoring, and pressure at the point of attack. Brown brings two-way strength, playoff experience, and the confidence of a former Finals MVP. Embiid, when available and at his best, is one of the most difficult individual matchups in the league. LeBron remains one of basketball's smartest organizers and averaged more than 20 points with 7 assists last season at an age when most stars have been retired for years. But star power creates expectations before it creates chemistry. The Sixers will need to decide who controls the offense in close games. Maxey has developed into a lead guard. Brown did not arrive in Philadelphia to disappear into a supporting role. Embiid has spent years as the center of the franchise. LeBron has built an entire career around reading the floor with the ball in his hands. There is enough talent to solve almost any matchup, but there are also only 5 players on the court and 1 basketball. The first difficult loss will produce questions. The first late-game possession in which one star does not touch the ball will be replayed repeatedly. Every rest night will become a debate about age, health, and priority. Every playoff struggle will be framed as evidence that the experiment was flawed. Durant's posts cannot protect LeBron from any of that. The only thing that can settle the argument is performance. And that is another reason Durant's reaction matters. He was defending LeBron before the result was known. Sports debates often work backward. If a team wins, every sacrifice becomes leadership. Every discount becomes selflessness. Every roster decision becomes genius. If the team loses, the exact same choices become desperation. LeBron's Philadelphia move will eventually be judged through the outcome, even though the logic of the decision exists before the games are played. Durant was asking people to separate those two things. The decision can make sense even if the Sixers do not win. A championship pursuit can be honest even if it fails. Great players are not guaranteed storybook endings simply because they accept less money and choose a strong roster. There is also a personal respect between Durant and LeBron that sometimes gets hidden beneath years of comparison. They have competed for championships, scoring titles, MVP recognition, and the unofficial label of best player in the world. They have faced each other on the league's biggest stage. They have also shared the court for Team USA, representing the same country instead of opposing franchises. Their careers have overlapped for nearly 2 decades, and each understands the standard the other has maintained. That does not make them identical. LeBron's legacy is not Durant's legacy, and Durant does not need LeBron's career choices to validate his own. But when Durant says fans do not understand the situation the same way players do, he is speaking from years of direct experience with the pressure, the business, and the consequences. The strongest part of Durant's reaction was not the insult. It was the refusal to accept a false choice. A player can respect his former team and still leave. A player can value competition and still choose talented teammates. A player can chase a championship without being afraid of challenge. A legend can change franchises without erasing what he accomplished before. And a fan can dislike the move without pretending it is a moral failure. That last point is where the online debate usually falls apart. Nuance is less viral than outrage. LeBron chose a strong team is accurate but ordinary. LeBron destroyed his legacy generates arguments. Durant understands why a veteran would prioritize winning is reasonable. Durant is defending ring. Chasing because he is insecure creates a fight. Social platforms reward the most extreme interpretation. And both Durant and LeBron have spent years at the center of that machine. Durant did not calm the conversation because he was not trying to. His style has always been direct, combative, and willing to meet fans inside the comments. He did not issue a safe statement about respecting a great competitor. He challenged the emotional investment itself. He essentially asked why strangers were treating another man's employment decision like a personal wound. That question is uncomfortable because sports loyalty is real. Fans invest time, money, identity, and memory into teams. Lakers supporters watched LeBron deliver a championship and remain the face of the franchise for 8 seasons. Their disappointment is understandable. Philadelphia's excitement is equally understandable. The same move can feel like loss in one city and possibility in another. Durant's mistake, if critics want to identify one, is that his bluntness can make reasonable emotions sound ridiculous. Fans are allowed to care deeply. They are allowed to compare eras and debate legacy. They are allowed to believe that staying with one franchise has special value. The line should be drawn when those preferences are presented as objective proof that a player lacks character. That is the balanced reading of what happened. Durant was right to reject the personal hatred and exaggerated legacy panic. He was also speaking from a position shaped by his own history. LeBron's move is clearly designed to maximize one final title opportunity. Philadelphia is clearly assembling an unusually talented roster. Calling that a championship chase is fair. Treating the chase itself as shameful is where the argument becomes much harder to defend. Now the story moves from threads to the court. If Philadelphia wins, Durant's defense will be replayed as an early statement of obvious truth. Great. Players should use every legal opportunity to compete. If the Sixers fall short, critics will say the move proved that assembling names is not the same as building a team. If LeBron looks rejuvenated, the discount will be praised as sacrifice. If age finally catches him, people will ask whether Philadelphia committed too much attention to a final chapter that arrived too late. None of those answers exist yet. What exists is a remarkable final stage collision between 3 different NBA conversations. LeBron is attempting to finish his career with a 5th championship and a 4th franchise. Philadelphia is gambling. That elite talent can accelerate decades of unfinished expectations. Durant is defending the freedom that allowed both men to shape their careers outside the traditional one-team legend model. That is why his reaction became bigger than one sarcastic reply. Kevin Durant did not prove that LeBron made the perfect decision. He did not prove that the Sixers are guaranteed to win. What he did was challenge the idea that a superstar must apologize for choosing competition on his own terms. Coming from Durant, that argument is personal, imperfect, and impossible to ignore. So how should LeBron's final move be judged? By the jersey he left, the talent he joined, or the basketball he produces when the season begins? And was Durant defending LeBron, or was he also defending the choices that shaped his own legacy?